Hello Pisces, welcome to your Lunar Eclipse Full Moon and Cancer reading. This is using the Oracle cards by Colette Barn Reed. I already shuffled and meditated on your sign and the house it will be highlighting the most for you, which will be your fifth house of romance, love affairs, your sense of happiness, joy, children, fertility, as well as creativity or self-expression. So see what we have for messages for you. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pisces Sun, you'll be experiencing this on a soul level. And Pisces Rising, you may be experiencing this in your physical world. And for Pisces Moon, on an emotional level. So check your other signs as well. Also, tarot, clarifying with the tarot, as usual here. Also, same thing, meditated and shuffled on your sign and just cutting them here on camera for you. Something I'm doing a little bit different with this is I'm going to be looking at the bottom of both decks to see how the messages that we do pick up in this spread tie in together. Alright, so welcome back to subscribers and anyone new to my channel. I do hope you find these messages helpful. Keep in mind they're general as well. Keep in mind they're predictive, and I was led, as I am only going to be using this platform when I'm spiritually led to, or when there are major transits like this one that occur. This full moon with the lunar eclipse can have longer term effects as far as what changes you will be experiencing. So let's begin with your recent past. So we have wishing well with the Lovers. Okay, so definitely coming to a choice in love, a major decision. Some of you have manifested this in a sense with the wishing well. Some of you may have let go of something for the sake of a union coming together. Some of you could have been divinely guided to a new romantic partner. Some of you were divinely inspired. You've maybe found something that resonates with your soul as far as what needs to come out of you creatively. But I feel that this is a sense of being optimistic towards love. If you were being a little bit pessimistic, some of you, there's been this meeting or choice presented to you that has given you a bit more optimism about getting what you desire, what you need out of a romantic partner to keep the flames kind of going in a partnership. So I do feel like some of you could have met someone in your recent past that you feel a soul connection with. If you've already been in a relationship and there's this deepening of your bond, a realization of the meaning of this person in your life, okay? So definitely there's been some romance that has returned somewhere in your world. Some of you Pisces, some of you, again, this is something that you may have always wanted, desired. This is a fulfillment of your wishes. And for some of you, it was as a result of you giving up something maybe that you could have sacrificed, or just felt it wasn't exactly what you needed. Like you want someone, it's almost like trading up a bit, where you were not getting what you desired out of one partnership. Someone who would be a little bit of competition or give you a bit of more of a choice, where you don't have to settle for something that's not fulfilling all of your wishes and desires. That's where this Lover's card came in for some of you. The universe has kind of heard your request and has presented it to you in your recent past. What we have for your present point of advantage is slow and steady with the Moon card, which is your energy here. And it's interesting too, because this is a full moon reading. When the moon comes out, I always really pay attention to the position that it's in. Feel this lunar eclipse is here to assist you in a big way in allowing you time to really feel out a situation. Slow and steady is about slowing down enough to pay attention to what is around you, where otherwise if you were speeding by you would not notice. Really paying attention to your feelings. Some of you could have, you're taking it slow because you are unsure, especially if there is a choice presented to you. You're feeling your way through it. There may not be so much of a concrete decision that you have made as of yet. You may be exploring your options when it comes to partners still. Some of you maybe really are getting in tune with um, as well the feelings and maybe even the ups and downs that someone else has, if not your own, but this is your point of advantage, and I feel that it is um, your intuition assisting you mainly. But also, there's a sense I feel that some of you may be communicating in a way where you are not giving all away. You may still be, I wouldn't say playing, I would say more of mysteriousness is to you. You have this mysterious vibe to you, where you are taking your time. No one, I feel you may be giving off the impression that you are not a sure thing for anyone right now. If you're in a relationship, I feel that there is this deepening that's going on, or even something here where you're taking it slow, going into a next phase in a partnership, where there may be some uncertainty that you do still feel. Um, and so maybe for some of you, if there was a decision to go into a partnership, you're maybe at this point where you are maybe trying to slow down. Especially if someone has been pressuring you for a commitment, pressuring you for answers, what are we doing? You're taking your time. You're feeling it out. You're trusting your intuition. You realize that your emotions can fluctuate up and down, or that's kind of the situation of the relationship. And so with that, you maybe are in a good way before making such a drastic choice. You are still feeling the situation out, before and seeking more clarity, as well as others may be seeking more clarity within you. So you may have, yeah, I definitely feel like you're really just, this is an energy where you're taking your time. You're not readily available to everyone, or even your choices. um, some of you, your partners may even be describing you as emotionally distant, but I feel like for some of you it's the choice that you don't want to make the wrong choice. Some of you as well may feel that there are um, qualities, if you have a choice, in kind of both, and or some of you could be considering 3 different partners, and so where you're going to, what the path is, where it's going to lead, the choice you're going to make, still unclear. But I feel that this is a position of power for you, to be taking your time, to really pay attention to what's being said, even what's not said. Okay. um, so I feel like your intuition is very strong in that sense, and that's your advantage, that's your present point. Okay. um, Some of you too may be working on, if you're a creative person, this is also your creative house. Slowly beginning to open your heart, or put your emotions into your work, into your creativity, but being careful about what you reveal. I'm getting a Neptunian vibe as well, as far as um, the work you're producing, saying things without saying them, sort of a thing here, as it comes to what you're producing, what's coming out of you creatively. Some of you as well, some of you may be in the point in time where you may feel that you want to, this is also children, and the moon is a very feminine energy. I don't know if someone has presented to you this is what they desire. They may desire you to come together to create children. They may be seeing you as that. Some of you may still be a little unsure about bringing a child into the world with this person. You still may be taking your time. Um, so I'm also kind of picking up some of you with an energy where there may be someone who already is a parent or already is pregnant, or you are in a situation where you're already expecting. There could be something here where you're still taking your time, or there's a need to kind of slow down and get in touch with more of your feminine side, as this is something where the feminine will be going through changes due to this, due to pregnancy. Maybe moody. Some of you may be, if you are female and pregnant. Um, it's the unknown, what's unknown, and because it's unknown, you are taking your time, feeling every situation out, one day at a time. Okay, so what we have for your challenge or resistance, we do have Two of Cups and the Home card. Some of you may be having either fears of establishing such a concrete commitment with someone, and coming together. Now, some of you as well could have some challenges when it comes to your family and your choice in love. So the Two of Cups is, I mean, we have the Two of Cups and Lover showing out, but for this to be showing up in your challenge area, there may be something here that is holding you back from coming together with someone without a question, without a doubt. There's something here where I feel like I'm getting a sense that some of you are attracting someone with different background than you. And so you may have this new, um, it's either a cultural difference or something in the way you were raised, and your foundation, that may be somewhat of an interference, or it's more of something that's going to take a lot more time to gain understanding with, and to also see if there is compatibility or if it can be compatible. You may be very physically attracted to this person, but something about your upbringing may just be very different. And so where it would come to especially bringing a child into the world, I'm also kind of getting a sense of, do we live together? The choice and coming together. I'm feeling like someone may have given that choice to you, like that's what I desire. I desire. You're not sure, maybe you feel, some of you may have responsibilities even still where you live, or you just are in a comfort zone, and not, and more so in the sense of like, I love you, I like you as a friend, I like dating, I like, but as far as like going all the way and making this official in that sense, um, there's still some communication that needs to happen between you. Now, some of you, I feel, with what the differences are, it may be difficult to have those conversations. Maybe you don't want to spoil the fun of the connection, spoil the fun of the romance. Um, Now, so for some of you, the challenge or resistance may be that someone is in a relationship. Some of you, the challenge may be someone, it's a sense of a friendship maybe. If it's not a relationship that the person is in, it's maybe some other type of association where you feel maybe is, you may feel threatened by, or some of you, you maybe not are not sure about what the connection is. That someone maybe introduced someone as a friend, but you feel maybe intuitively like, I need to take my time with this, because maybe you're sensing that there's more to a connection with someone that you're interested, or someone that you're considering. If you're in a relationship, I do feel that this is kind of a sense of conflict about where you may live, where you may call your home. Possibly how you will raise your children, especially if you've come from very different backgrounds. It's not like it's impossible, but it would be reason to pause and be a little uncertain and really take your time, feel out the situation. So that could be some of what this is here, as far as it being a challenge or a resistance. Family, two families coming together, not sure if that would work. So that could be some of what's a slowdown or delay in you making a choice to go to the next level with someone. And for some of you, I feel like it's a little bit of a feeling of a threatened, and possibly too, there's harmony already where you are, where you live. And there's, so as far as making a major choice or major step, um, it's something you don't want to leave. There's maybe a comfort zone. There's something that's going well where you are. And so leaving that situation, some of you as well too, I picked up in your recent past, for some of you, there has been some desires maybe in a partnership that one person hasn't been meeting. And so there's someone that you are, that someone that you did meet, that's giving you a choice, that has kind of given you some reason to pause, reason to really kind of feel out the situation. And this is maybe the individual that you may be partnered up with already. That could be preventing one from going forward. If you're trying to like transition from one relationship to another, um, there's a feeling of overall comfort that you may have with one person, but there's definitely someone else who sparked your interest. Some of you, okay, not all of you are in that situation, um, but it's kind of the energy that I'm getting. um, some of you, it's the distance where you live. It's not even about maybe having choices or options. Some of you, it is about, yeah, coming together, because the challenge is we're at a distance. Who's going to come see who? How are we going to come together? That could be a lot of that, what's uncertain and why you need to kind of slow things down. All right, so what we do have for your unexpected help is follow the leader in the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like this is a new plan where somebody will be kind of taking the role of leader, in the sense, well, if it is about distance, someone's maybe coming in with the being open-minded about coming to see you, possibly feel like communicating, somewhere taking charge, but this is new in a sense. Also, I feel for some of you, a child may be the changing factor in where a relationship is going to go. Um, some of you, I feel there could be some assistance with something new that you're starting. You could be inspired by someone who um, is in the same creative field as you, as far as giving you a new way to produce what it is that you're producing in the form of your creativity or art. So I feel like some of you may be finding a new avenue, learning a new skill. Um, So I also get a sense for some of you, this is someone who may have uh, already progressed in their field, or, some of you are trying to turn something creative into something that you do um, that provides an income for you. There could be somewhat of a mentor showing up that is ready to guide you if you are willing to open yourself to learning and taking in feedback. Some of you as well, I feel that this is a message where someone is going to kind of take the reins, as far as like, if you're being uncertain, there's someone who's going to have a solid plan. So if some of you is like, there's uncertainty as far as who I'm dating, where things are going, there is the sense, I feel, of someone taking the lead and saying, okay, well, if you're not going to come see me, I'm going to come see you. That's a little bit of that I'm getting. Um, Also, someone as far as taking charge in communicating, where you could be so much in your emotions or going through the ups and downs. I feel like there's someone who is really taking their time to know you, study you, and kind of get you moving, get you, sway you towards them. So I feel like this is an influential kind of communication, that someone kind of has that power to, or they just know those buttons to push, or whatever it is that gets you to act, that gets you to move or lean towards them. That's some of that energy here. Um, they're bringing in a fresh energy, but with a solid plan, and it's just the beginning here. um, where some of you are maybe going to see that someone steps up, um, maybe more so than someone else. And so in that sense, that's where you're going to go, where you feel that, okay, this is solid, this is new, this is intriguing to me. I want to learn more about this. Now, some of you, this is not already going on as far as, and definitely could be predictive in the sense that you do connect with someone new, some possibly you could connect with someone at work, or again, someone who's in the same field, where you can um, kind of bounce ideas back and forth with each other. I feel like even trading places on who takes the role or leadership in what. But I feel like this is a new seed that's also too, this is a person, I feel like they don't take dating, relating, coming together lightly. They take their time. And so this is a person, I feel like if they're offering you um, an invitation, new beginning, or really paying you attention, you don't want to take that for granted. And so in that sense, who is going to step up to the plate as far as showing you uh, a sense of value, or that they may be ready for a commitment, even though it's the page, it would just, again, be the kind of a beginning of a new path for you. I also feel like some of you are going to be coming into some new creative way to even have fun. Someone new is going to be introducing a new way to, like, something that you're going to like, that you're going to see is like, I want to continue this, or I want to do this again. That's what some of you, I feel like, your kind of clue or sign with this, because it's an unexpected help, will be there's someone who's going to invite you to do something you've never done before, and they'll have to kind of like lead you along the way, but you're going to find that you really enjoy it, you really like it, and it just may open up a new way for you to kind of have fun. But also it's more than that. It's, you're going to connect on a solid level, like have something that you kind of only do with that person, or you, whenever you think of doing that, you do it with that person's, because it's like they introduced it to you. So it's like a kind of a bond that is ready to be formed with someone new, or even something new within your partnership. It's not a really a relationship that's you're dealing with a choice. But I am kind of picking up that, Pisces, you do have options. um, Now, what your advice is, it is Compass with the King of Pentacles. More commitment energy here again, and the Compass is about being optimistic and keeping your inner compass pointed up north. You want to progress, you want the king. You don't want, the king in a sense, and you want to be the king in the sense that you are secure in yourself. So whatever is pointing in the direction that you're pointing in, as far as a partnership or even a situation, the King of Pentacles, I feel in a sense, you this is your advice as well, to not only commit, but um, be secure in yourself, have the confidence to allow a relationship to go, being optimistic. Again, when there's a place where you are in uncertain and you're taking your time, The King of Pentacles doesn't rush anything either. They're someone who has a steady growth, steady, um, and they're very mature. They're dependable, and they're also someone who is a provider in a sense of making others around them feel secure. This is a sense of you being optimistic in that sense, I feel. As well, too, with anything creative, own your creativity and show your confidence in whatever it is that you're producing, whatever it is you're being creative in. Now, for some of you, in the sense of taking on responsibility, being optimistic about perhaps the appearance of a child. Um, some of you may be coming into the role of elevating, um, elevating your sense of your role in someone's life, needing to be a provider, um, it, whether you're male or female, a parent who is responsible, but realizing that you going up from here, you're not going to go backwards. You can't go back to. There's something here where there's, I feel, a progression in how you are dating and relating with someone, and um, this is something about being optimistic about a commitment. I feel for some of you, it's a sense of take that role, where someone is showing you. You're in a place here where there is value being presented to you if you're willing to take it, if you're willing to be optimistic about it, if you're willing to put your differences aside, be open to new experiences, be open to what you may not have thought you would go for or partner up with, even romantically. Take whatever, too, you're doing creatively seriously. Seriously in the sense that you can make it something that is bringing you in an income. Trust your intuition as far as where something is taking you, as far as connections, your hunches when it comes to how can I turn something creative into value, something I love to do for fun, and you want to make it your livelihood. That's something that you definitely need to follow your inner compass with, but also remain optimistic with, and always kind of keep in mind that you are, even though you're a creative, you want to turn something into an income for yourself. You have to take the seat of the businessman or businesswoman, and maintaining your power, demanding what you deserve, getting what you deserve, but also being practical in the direction that you're heading in. So I feel like for some of you, it is kind of take responsibility for the direction as well, too, that a relationship goes. Because you are in this seat where you, right now, there is uncertainty, and you're taking your time. But something here, it's like strike while the iron is hot, or, take the opportunity, especially if it's something you see has potential for growth and stability in your life, but also bringing you new ways of the freshness or newness of what romance is, and even keeping that alive within a relationship that you are currently going into. If someone wants to go into, always follow your intuition when it comes to any choice or decision. But I feel like it's like be optimistic yet um, even with follow leader here as your unexpected help. Some of you may be attracting someone, if you're in a situation where someone wasn't really submitting to you or allowing you say in a relationship, or not respecting your place. This is also, I feel, a position of demanding respect, or not taking anything less than respect, that could be appearing in your world. And I feel like for some of you that could be some of a sign where you your value isn't decreasing in a relationship, it's increasing. I feel like for some of you that's a clue and a choice that you make. Someone who values you for what you contribute to a relationship, or what you contribute to. So what we have for the outcome, we do have Knight of Pentacles with the Gentle Gardener. So there, I feel more stabilizing and commitment energy, where there's a sense of a direction that you know that you're going to be going in, and planting those seeds to get there. Also as well, I feel that this is a sense of being able to look and see. It's almost the Gentle Gardener. You have some wisdom here about what it is that a situation needs to flourish, what it needs to grow. And I feel that this is the arrival here of, or even you getting in that seat where you are on this new journey with someone, and still an energy where I feel like you may be taking it slow, because this is a very slow energy here, but it's more practical in the sense that we want to make sure things are solid. We're making sure, paying attention to the details of 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 what's going on. I feel like, but it's a situation where there's this, like, someone who wants more, someone who wants more and knows how to get there. No, takes the time. I feel like some of you are going to be romanced by someone who, even in their energy being slow, it's slow but calculated. I feel like for some of you, if you've been single, you have choices, there's someone who's going to be showing that they can be relied on, that they can be trusted. And that's something that you're going to be seeing, that this is a good fertile, and it's also fertility energy here too. That some of you may be working on that, working on having children, or working on taking that role of having more responsibility in life, and finding the joy in that, finding the joy in that as a new phase or a new stage. I feel like some of you are ready for that. Some of you are ready. And if you're not, it is just a sense of at least establishing some type of commitment through dating and romance. Now, for also as well, your creativity, I'm seeing this as planting some solid seeds to move forth with a plan that will start bringing in income for what you do creatively. There are some opportunities here. Some of you may have a number of them. You may be exploring them here in the near future. Also get a sense of if there has been uncertainty, some of you blockages with your creativity. I feel like there's this flowing that's going to be coming here again too, through some maybe new avenue or new way of producing, or again some good feedback, or partnering up with someone. You have something to say through your art, you have something to say through your creativity. And so I feel like many of you will be putting in the effort to see something creative grow and flourish, so that you can make it your livelihood, doing what you love, but also feeling secure. And so I definitely get that sense here that it's all in a process to kind of get you, you navigated to the right direction for yourself, whether it is about romance, or whether it is about your creativity or children. And yeah, so we do have a page showing up here. So I feel like that for some of you, the timing is kind of right. And anything, again, that's really not in alignment, I feel, again, something you've had to maybe give up for what you desire to release. Or again, I feel like for some of you, you may be in a situation, a relationship that was meant to show you what you don't want to settle for. So there's a chance for you to get into a situation that's more in alignment with what it is that you do desire, with what it is that you do want, but it just may look very different from what you expected. You may come from different backgrounds, something here culturally different, but there's a sense of it bringing in this elevated form of you, you reflecting through this person, through this relationship. And even if it's, again, a relationship you're already in and you're deciding to take things to the next level, and you may be trying to take it slow, maybe uncertain about things, going to that level where you're becoming parents, it's like this is sort of, in a sense, going to bring the best out of you. This is going to bring the best out of you. And I feel even the physical appearance of the child, you're going to enjoy being a parent. You're going to enjoy watching them grow. You're going to enjoy the journey as you are, even, the little things, especially those early stages. I feel the appearance of a child, for those of you already expecting, is really going to bring the best out of you, and possibly the best out of your relationship, the best out of a partner. So I feel like that's something here that is some of you, what you are going to be experiencing, or what this lunar eclipse is going to be bringing to you, on one level or another. So let's look into the bottom of the deck. It's showing, okay, so we do have Spark and the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like this is definitely the spark of something, definitely balancing out in your life. There's a good kind of give and take, reciprocal energy, and it's more pentacle energy, security, the sense of balance that this new, again, the spark of creativity, as well as like your mojo is going to be coming back, as far as, and even the inspiration to get back into your creativity, your inspiration to get back into the seat of the king and take your role seriously. And some of you, the motivation could come through. It's either the spark of a new romance, or the spark of a child being born, or the fertilization of a child coming together. There's something here that will balance out. Your love, I feel, too, will be kind of bringing two groups together eventually. It will take some time, but the purity of the love that you share, you know, the fun that you have together, what comes together here, I feel, is a sense of balance, as well, a sense of justice. And for some of you, coming out of a situation where you would have been settling, this is more of like, this is a good kind of give and take, where physically too, there's this sense that I'm also kind of getting, there's children showing up in this card too, but I feel like it's a harmony that some of you are going to realize through either becoming, the joy of becoming a parent, or coming into a relationship that's, as well, this is a sure sign that for some of you, the creativity that you're doing, that you want to turn into your livelihood, it's very possible. Have confidence in yourself. There is, I feel, some assistance that's going to be showing up to that believes in you, and kind of get you believing in yourself again. So expect the fire to this is to restore your passion, a fire in your belly, whether it's towards romance, or towards something creative here. I feel this is something that, this is like reciprocation on a physical level, that you can kind of see this is coming through. All right. Yeah. And let's see here. I feel like for some of you, wherever and whenever this kind of starts, it's going to be kind of like a 6-month process of you getting to this point. For some of you, it's going to like, of getting to this point where you are feeling like this, feeling like the gentle gardener. You are happy about the garden that you've planted, and moving in a more steady, going through your journey with a lot more of a steady and stable sense of what you're doing, where you're going. Um, so something here is coming together for you, Pisces, in a beautiful way within your fifth house. There just may be a little bit uncertainty and a little bit of mystery in the beginning, but I feel that this is a path that's going to be opening up, a new path. You're going to be, as far as pointing your compass to growth, to elevation, to someone who wants more than just to hook up, someone who wants more than just to use you or take, on one aspect. I feel like this is something that's, someone's ready to connect to you. You're ready to make a very solid connection, very solid agreement or commitment towards your future with someone, or even with the creative project. So that is your reading, Pisces, and I hope you enjoyed that. And I'm deciding that I am going to continue to show the cards rather than come on camera for your readings. And also, I'm spiritually led more than going to be following calendar as far as coming to this platform to give readings for the zodiac. Also, I'm on Twitter. I'll leave the handle below. I'm also using that as a platform because it's just really great way to get short, insightful messages out. I do always kind of take a picture of the cards as I pull them for the zodiac, sun, moon, rising, and Venus for the Twitter platform. So if you're on Twitter and you want to follow me and get those messages, and sometimes some inspirational messages will come and I feel like would be good to post, and so I do, but that's again not a schedule, more of a spiritually led thing. And if you would like a personal reading with me, that information is below. And I hope you are having a great new year. And if you're not subscribed, I welcome you to. If you like this reading, if it was helpful to you, then definitely like, share, and subscribe. Take care.